Alright y'all, this is gonna be our gaming test for the OnePlus Nord CE2 Lite 5G. Wow, such a it's a mouthful. This is a Snapdragon 695 powered smartphone, runs on Adreno 619 as its GPU, and it has 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage. I just installed this game. I didn't touch any of the graphic settings, so let's take a look. It defaulted to low. Now we're gonna push it to the highest setting. Not gonna change the brightness. We'll put motion blur to extreme, frame rate to 60 FPS. We love that buttery smooth high frame rate. It's also gonna kill our batteries, but hey, we're just gonna be doing this for testing purposes. Alright, now we have everything at the highest setting. Motion blur is causing some drop frames. It's not as smooth as, yeah, I'm guessing it's doing around 20 FPS. Oh, and by the way, there's supposed to be a status bar in OnePlus phones. Let's look if we can find it. There it is. It's the system status. Okay, I overprojected. It's actually doing 11 frames right now. Very choppy. I know there are those of you who probably play through this, but I'd recommend dropping frames. I mean, I recommend dropping the graphic settings to get a better frame rate. So that's one of the things that I like about the OnePlus, is that it comes with this status bar. It lets you see the performance metrics. Performance settings, let's try to see if we can get more frames if we switch to Pro Gamer mode. Game focus mode, we're gonna leave that off. Orientation lock, touch optimization, that's it. Okay, these are some of the options that come with the game bar. Okay, we're now running in performance mode, and it seems to have improved stability by about a frame or two. We're now doing constant 10 to 11 frames per sec. Earlier it was doing like, just dropping to like 8 or 9 FPS. This is probably one of the more heavy, I should say, heavier sections of the game, because you're trying to draw a lot of stuff in the background. There's a lot of like atmosphere in the background, and I'm just gonna stop talking right here. Bring up the volume a little bit so you can hear it. Okay, man, that is laggy. So let's try to drop it down to high. See how many frames we can get. Okay, dropping it to high gave us 4 or 5 frames more, dropping down to 13 FPS. Let's see if we can squeeze more frames in by tweaking the graphic settings. Shadow quality, we can set that to low. FPS, let's push it to 60, even though I don't think it's gonna reach 60. Sound effects, yeah, sound effects shouldn't be much of an issue. Should be at the highest. Environment detail, put it on, okay, it's locked at medium. Render resolution, low. Visual effects, let's keep it at high. What else? Anti-aliasing off. Motion blur, yeah, let's turn off motion blur. Crowd density, Okay, see if we can get more frames. Okay, that gave us an improvement of about 5 frames per sec. Much more playable and smoother than when we started. Still too jittery for my liking, so we're gonna tweak it some more. Let's drop down to medium. Graphics quality, medium. So we were on high, let's drop it down to medium, and the only thing that I'm gonna change here is the frame rate. Move it to FPS. Okay, anti-aliasing, I don't need it. I'm gonna turn that off. Motion blur, okay, let's leave motion blur on. So, yeah. 18 FPS average. With a lot of stuff going on in the background, like that city being rendered and scenery in the mountains from afar. Okay, now we're gonna drop it down to low, which was the default setting earlier. We're gonna push FPS to 60. See how far we could get. Still far from... Yeah, we're still unable to hit 30 FPS. But it's a lot more stable now. Okay, we're doing 30 here. There's not a lot of... not a lot of animation, and okay, if we try to look at this scene where there are a lot of stuff going on in the background, drops down to 26. I think that's acceptable, good enough for me. At least you can enjoy the game without and still feel smooth while you're fighting. Okay. Alright. Okay, now we're gonna try a different game. Installed Asphalt, and let's try this game. Okay, I guess I should have shown the graphic settings. I loaded this before I started shooting, and it was the highest that we could get was at very high. Okay, I guess we shouldn't have gone through the tutorial. So we're gonna quit the race. But at least you got an idea of the performance of this phone. Let's go to the game settings, go to display. Highest visual quality was on the highest that we can get, or the highest that the game lets us go to is high quality. Sorry, not very high. Okay, let's try to play one game. Oh my goodness, I am getting all of the tutorial pop-ups. Okay. Let's pump the volume to its maximum. Come on, man. Okay, that's it. Let's try one last game. This time it's gonna be Diablo Immortal. And by the way, if you want to suggest some games that we can try on this channel, just drop your suggestions in the comment section so we can try them out for you. And if there's a phone or a gadget or a device that you'd like us to feature, do let us know as well. Okay. Supposed to log in. Alright. Let's just continue as a guest. Let's play a monk. Create. Skip everything. Go directly to the graphics settings and okay, like every other Snapdragon 695 powered device that was tested on this phone, it's not letting us access the high FPS, but we are able to tweak the graphics settings. Okay, but that's about as far as we can go when it comes to the resolution and the frame rates. Fixed at 30 FPS. Nothing new for the Snapdragon 695. It is mid-range chipset. Get away from those villagers. And if it's not clear, From the recording, there's a single bottom firing speaker right here, where all the sound is coming from. Yeah, it doesn't have a top speaker. All right. So we're gonna end the demonstration here. If you have any questions on the OnePlus Nord CE2 Lite 5G, such a long name, just drop them in the comments. I'll see you there. Bye bye.